Right, so we're going to have a go at, I'm going to role play a phase 2
Right.
pupil today. Basically all that means is that I'm trained.
Okay.
There could be two scenarios. I could have my test in 10 days time or 2 weeks time, yeah?
Okay.
Or I could be a full licence holder who's got an assessment coming up at work, yeah?
Okay.
So if it's a full licence holder, it's nothing to worry about. You just don't be quite so picky, yeah?
Okay.
They may rest their hand on the gear lever, but because you're doing because you're doing one lesson with them, and they've got an assessment at work, and the bloke who's doing the assessment is going to look at the subject that you're doing today.
Yep.
You don't be too picky, because you're not going to be able to change their 25 years of style of driving in an area.
Yep.
But obviously you would be picky with anything that is potentially dangerous, yeah?
Yep.
Right? Obviously I've got my test in 10 days time or 2 weeks time. Then you'd only be looking at the things that relate to the subject we're doing today, yeah?
Right, okay.
So let's pick probably the second hardest subject. The hardest one is probably crossroads. But let's look at one that's got quite a lot in it, is pedestrian crossings and use of signals.
Okay.
Now you need to listen to the word picture very carefully, because at phase 1 this will probably include signals by arm as well, yeah?
Okay.
Depending on the weather, on the phase 1 side of it, they may well say to you that we're just going to cover signals by indicator today, yeah?
Cover signals by indicator.
Yeah, so
okay.
obviously then on the brief, which is going to take place in the car park at phase 1,
Yep.
you would actually cover them on the brief, and you're getting to give a demonstration on the brief.
Yep.
But on the move, he has told you that he doesn't want them covered. It would probably be the fact that it's pouring down with rain, yeah? And he doesn't want to be driving out the window open, yeah? At the phase 2, they don't... how many times have I seen this carried out? 4 or 5 times. And I've never seen him yet ask for the signals by arm, yeah?
Right.
On the phase 2 side, yeah?
Okay.
So it's use of signals and pedestrian crossings, yeah? So you need to know everything there is to know about pedestrian crossings. So if you just get you a list of the red force that you printed off from plain sight.
Yeah. Just cross it.
They're marking sheets, isn't they?
Yeah, just looking at the crossroads. Yeah,
So it's pedestrian crossings and use of signals. So pedestrian crossings is pedestrians and pedestrian crossings, yeah? Because remember, pedestrians can cross anywhere, yeah?
Yep. Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah, here's this one, isn't it? It's a marking sheet. What page is it, Tony?
It's phase 2, so 6, is it?
Yeah. 6. This is everything that I printed off for 6. So forget that. Phase 1. Phase 1. Phase 1.
Right, so it's not. You don't have to read through it now.
Okay.
Have you got an analysation sheet handy?
Yep.
If you haven't, let me know. I'll give you one.
Phase 2.
Oh, there it is. There.
Yep. Okay. Yep, that's the analysation sheet. Just put these away. Fall out of place.
Organised chaos, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh dear. Right. These away. And get them to the back.
Right, so if you make the analysation sheet accessible, so you can actually whip it out of that pad on the day, yeah?
Yep.
So you can whip it out now, but you can always put it back in later on.
Okay.
So I'd actually print off another analysation sheet and actually have it so it's separate to your
Yeah.
your planner, yeah.
Okay.
Because it is something that you know, that especially in the early stages, it is handy to use, especially when you pull me over, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. So we're looking at a scenario, let's say today, of I'm a full licence holder, and I've been driving for about. Well, I won't tell you that. We'll go through that in a minute. So I'm a full licence holder, and I've got an assessment at work next week.
Okay.
And if I pass this assessment, I get a really better car, yeah, which I really do want, yeah. So this is my only opportunity today to sort out any problems that I've got, yeah.
Okay.
I'm not going to have any more lessons, yeah. So the assessment that I'm going for, because of the area where the office is based, got loads of pedestrian crossings,
Yep.
loads of roundabout and turnings. He's really, really strict on pedestrian crossings and use of signals, yeah?
Okay.
And I believe he might have got run over once, so he's really, really funny about it, yeah?
Okay.
So that's what I want you to look at today, is my use of signals and pedestrian crossings, yeah?
Right.
Now, it's very important to remember it's two subjects, yeah?
Yeah.
A lot of people zone in on the big one, the pedestrian crossings, and don't pay any heed to the signals, yeah? Yeah?
Yep.
So, you need to find out a little bit about my driving. So if you want to ask me, how long I've been driving.
Okay. So how long have you been driving?
About
now?
20 years, yeah.
Okay.
And I drive every day.
Yep.
And then if you want to find out a little bit of what I know about pedestrian crossings.
Okay. So what do you know about pedestrian crossings?
Oh,
Tony?
everything. I bought a copy of the Highway Code yesterday, and I've been reading through it
Okay.
the early hours
Since
of the morning.
yesterday. Okay. Do you know the different type of pedestrian crossings, Tony?
Oh yeah, some of them are controlled by lights.
Yep.
And some of them are that's got those Venetian blinking things, and they're called after some animal, and they zebra.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Any others that you'd know about, Tony?
Well, light control ones and ones that are not controlled by lights, isn't it?
Okay. See, I'm trying to think you're catching me out. And
No.
you said that they're always going to be honest with you.
Yeah. I'm not being dishonest with you.
That's all you know about, genuinely.
Depends on how you phrase the question, doesn't it?
Open or close.
Just imagine you're interrogating me, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have to actually tell a lie if you don't ask if you don't ask the right question, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay.
Right, so
it's two subjects.
yeah. So the way to come at it is once we get on the move,
Right.
because any answers I give you now are probably going to be right,
Okay.
providing you ask the questions, yeah. But when I get on the move, I might not know as much as I think I know, yeah.
Right.
So it's a matter of you trying to get inside my head and be proactive, yeah.
Okay.
So before we get anywhere near pedestrian crossings, you could be asking me questions. Think about the
How would
areas.
you identify a pedestrian crossing? Or?
Yeah. What's the rule concerning the zigzag lines? Yeah.
Okay.
Where must I stop at a pedestrian crossing? Yeah.
Right.
Why is it important I don't stop over the give-way or the stop line at a pedestrian crossing? Yeah.
Okay.
What's the sequence of the lights?
Right. So that'd be on the move, or not necessarily?
Yeah, I'm not going to sit here all day. You asking me questions because of the fact it is phase 2. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then don't forget it is two subjects, and I'd probably ask me a couple of questions about signals.
Okay. So when would you normally use a signal, Tony?
Oh, when I'm turning.
Okay. And what's the importance of using a signal?
Oh, well, lets everybody know what I'm doing, doesn't it?
Okay. And what would be the consequences? Or what would be the consequences of not signalling when you turn or overtake?
I might confuse people, won't I?
Okay, so it'd be misleading. Okay.
Yeah. Right, so we get on the move, and don't worry, I'll help you out. Yeah. So if you just tell me to set myself up as normal.
Okay, so just set yourself up as normal, please, Tony.
And at from this point on, you want to be watching me, not the young ladies walking down the road, yeah? I'm sorry, your wife watching this. He wasn't watching young ladies really, though.
He's a bloke, alright?
Right, he's watching blokes.
Okay, that's even worse. Alright.
Oh, so I've got to do this SSM, haven't I?
Yeah, so DH triple
Nah,
SM.
don't remember I said I'm a full
Yes.
licence holder. Yeah, if I can remember SSM after 20 years, I'm doing quite well, haven't I? Yeah?
Yep.
Just let it go, yeah?
Yep.
Alright, so I've got to set these mirrors up. Yeah. Alright.
But then, would I still ask you what you can see in that mirror,
What do
Tony?
you reckon?
No, because you've been driving for 20 years.
You
But
would.
yes,
Yeah. Yeah, it's a question you always ask, yeah?
no matter what.
Yeah.
Okay. So forget 20 years there. You ask.
Well, the fact that I've been driving for 20 years doesn't mean to say that I'm always going to set the mirrors up properly. I might set them up completely and utterly ridiculous, or I might not even move them at all. And you
Okay.
know what it's been like, you've been driving for 20 years, you get
into a habit.
in the lazy bad habits, don't you?
Okay. So what can you see in the interior mirror there, Tony?
Oh, I can see the top and bottom of the back window.
Yep.
And I can see a bit of my head restating a bit of yours, yeah?
Okay. And what about the mirror on the right there?
Oh, I can see 2 finger widths, and I can see a bit of sky and a bit of road.
Okay. What about this one, Tony?
No, same with that one.
Same with that one.
Yeah.
Okay. Brilliant.
Yeah? So, drive on when you're ready?
Yeah,
Yeah?
please. That'd be great.
Now remember, if I make a mistake, if I happen to get a mistake in here
Yep.
that you haven't managed to stop me doing, and you feel you can't handle it on the move, you can actually ask me to find a safe and convenient and legal stopping place on the left,
Okay.
where you can go through the analysation sheet. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Right. If I make an error,
Mhm.
then when you pull me over,
Yep.
it's going to be telltale ask. Yeah.
Tell ask.
So, if you pull me over to use the analysation sheet, you can count that as one of the tell me's,
Okay.
and then you tell me on the next one, because I have actually made an error, yeah?
Yep.
And then on the one after that, then I would be telling you, and then I'll tell you how to check my knowledge afterwards to make sure that I've actually got it right.
Okay.
And then you'd need to pass it back to me then,
Right.
say you're happy with that,
Yep.
because obviously remember I have got this assessment,
Yeah.
or I have got a test coming up in 10 days' time, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah, so I need to have my confidence, don't I?
Okay.
Right, so
So
drive on when you're ready.
drive on when you're ready, please, Tony.
So a good question here is that, what's your signal here, Tony?
Okay. So. Right. Yeah. Would you signal here, Tony?
Yeah, I think I might do here because I can't really see much, can I?
Okay. Good idea.
Beautiful day. So could you not be trying to get in my head a bit about these pedestrian crossings
Yeah.
nice and early?
Yep.
Because don't forget, there's nothing happening at the moment. I haven't got any chance to use the signals.
Okay. I was just waiting for something.
So go on, find out what my knowledge is then.
Okay, Tony. So what do you know about pedestrian crossings?
Oh yeah. What do you want to know? I can tell you everything.
Okay, Tony. What type of different pedestrian crossings are you aware of?
Oh, light control ones, and we're going to turn right here.
And we're going to turn right here, Tony.
And ones that are not controlled by lights, isn't it?
Okay. And why is it important that you stop at pedestrian crossings, Tony?
Oh, do I stop at every pedestrian crossing then? I thought I only had to stop if the lights were red or...
Yeah, why is it important you stop when the light's red at pedestrian crossings, Tony?
Well, I don't stop, I might run the pedestrian over and I'll probably get prosecuted, won't I?
Okay. Right.
Think about the other elements connected to a pedestrian crossing. What do I know about the zigzags?
Okay. What do you know about the zigzags, Tony?
Oh, I mustn't park or wait. And we're going to turn left.
And we're going to turn left, Tony. So I'm asking you at the moment about pedestrian crossings.
I wouldn't be reading the analysation sheet as you're going along here.
Sorry?
I wouldn't be reading the analysation sheet. These questions will come quite naturally to you.
Yeah.
Right, so what have you asked me? You asked
But
me
then
what?
you've just turned left. Do I need to be concentrating on
You should be watching me all the time, yeah?
timing of that signal and
Yeah?
yeah? So that's where I'm struggling, Tony.
Well,
'cause
that's why I'm saying to you,
yeah,
when I'm not doing anything, get in with the questions, yeah?
yeah. But
Yeah,
just
yeah.
as I'm about to, next thing you know, we're turning, and then I'm thinking, oh,
Well, that's because you're a bit slow at getting in with the questions.
Yeah,
So what I'm trying to do is teach you that when I'm going on a straight road and I can't play around with anything,
yep,
now I'm going to turn right here.
we're going to turn right.
That's time to get in with the question, isn't it?
Okay.
And at the roundabout ahead, we're going to be turning right.
Turning right at the next roundabout, Tony. So, when would it have been a good time to signal there, Tony?
Good question. Oh, it's about 5 or 6 car lengths, isn't it?
Okay, and when did you signal, Tony?
Oh, about 5 or 6 car lengths, wasn't it?
Okay. Right, it was actually a bit later than that.
Was it?
Yeah, it was actually about a car length or two. So, what are the what are the benefits of signalling early to other
Oh, I can't remember now.
other road users?
I can't remember now.
Okay, obviously the reason why you'd signal early, Tony, is to obviously let road users behind you or pedestrians know what you're intending to do.
Yeah, go on, honest.
Okay,
Now we're going to turn left.
and we're going to turn left, Tony.
Yeah, go on, carry on talking.
Okay, but then I've just missed a zebra crossing.
That's all right, Wayne. If you're dealing with a problem, you won't mess around, yeah?
Okay, so yeah, the reason why you need to signal nice.
Watch me.
Reason why you need to signal nice and early, Tony, is to make sure that
Not nice and early.
6 car lengths,
5 or 6 car
5 or 6 car lengths
Yeah.
before the junction is to give other road users enough time to react
All right.
to your driving.
And the consequence of...
And the consequence of not doing that, Tony, would be that they wouldn't have enough time to react and potentially drive into the back of you, or maybe even overtake you just as you're about to turn right if your signal's not on quick enough.
So you're now going to, on the next one, tell me when to signal, yeah?
Okay,
Because
so
obviously I have told you that I do know when to signal.
but your interpretation is
Yeah, my interpretation is probably way off, isn't it?
okay.
So while you're dealing with something,
Yep.
out of roll,
Okay.
while you're dealing with something,
Yep.
it wouldn't be fair to me to start sticking other faults in, yeah?
Okay.
You know, if I see you are dealing with it, I'll let you deal with it, yeah?
Right.
So we're going to turn left.
And we're going to turn left, Tony. So now would be a good time to signal, Tony.
All right. That's 5 or
is-
6 car lengths.
That's 5 or 6 car lengths, rather than your last one, which was about now, which is about 1 or 2 car lengths. So, why was it important that we signal nice and early there,
Don't be worried
Tony?
about the junction, I can't emerge, yeah?
Oh yeah. Why is it important that you signal 5 or 6 car lengths before the junction, Tony?
I think you said to give people time to react.
Excellent. What would be the consequences of not signalling early?
I'll confuse people, wouldn't I?
Yep. And what would happen then?
Well, I suppose if I'm coming up to a junction and I pop the signal on too late, there could be a pedestrian getting ready to cross and
Yep.
they don't see my signal, don't know which way I'm going, they might start to walk out in front of me.
Okay.
And I might run them over, yeah?
Brilliant. Okay, so we're gonna carry on.
So we're going to take the next turning to the right.
Okay, we're going to take the next turning to the right, Tony.
So tell me when you're going to signal,
So
Tony.
just tell me when you're going to pop the signal on, Tony.
I'm going to pop it on about now, which is about 5 or 6 car lengths, yeah?
Okay, excellent. And why is it important that we signal 5 or 6 car lengths early, Tony?
Oh, to give people time to react.
Okay. And the consequences of
Good lad.
signalling too late, Tony? Or not signalling
I
at all?
confuse people, and if it's a car behind me, they might go jamming the brakes on, or they might run in the back of me,
Okay.
or I might confuse a pedestrian, they might walk out in front of me.
Okay.
Good, well done.
Okay, so what I'll do, Tony, is I'll keep an eye on that, but I believe your knowledge is...
Keep looking at me. Yeah, that was good. Well handled there.
Okay. But I'll keep an eye on it. Right.
So I will give you time to deal with it if you are dealing with it.
Yeah, that's where I, initially I thought, wait a minute, all of a sudden these zebra crossing...
No, they can't... you are dealing with something. If you're not dealing with it, then it'll start to...
Right, that's fine.
Multiple faults to deal with,
I understand that now. Cool.
And we're going to turn right.
And we're going to turn right, Tony.
5 or 6 car lengths. Computer time to react.
So at this moment in time, I've left it with you. You've signalled on time there.
Yeah, my timing of signals
is there now.
Will probably be okay, yeah?
Yep. So do I then put that to the back of my mind, knowing that I've left it with you, and then
timing of signals? Yeah, there is other faults I can make with signals, though.
Yeah. Okay.
And we're going to take the next turning to the right.
Okay, we're going to take the next turning to the right, Tony.
So you could have just followed up there with to take my tyres away, and say there is going to be occasions where you may have to signal a bit later. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. There are going to be occasions where you have to signal a bit later, Tony. Do you know what those might be? What occasions you might have to signal a bit later?
Would it be if I had a road beforehand and?
Yeah. So if you had 2 roads quite close together, you wouldn't. And you were taking the second road, you wouldn't signal before the first one, because. Do you know why that would be, Tony?
I suppose the person waiting to come out of the first one might think I'm turning.